In this video, I want to talk about dealing with difficult people. Because we all must deal with difficult people. It's just how life is. And the interesting part about this is it goes like this. The drama that we're so much trying to avoid is actually the thing that will teach us the lessons, how to grow as a person, to develop more love, more understanding, forgiveness, and so forth. So we can learn only from the interaction with other people. You will never grow in character or as a person if you're all by yourself, alone, and you shut yourself out from the world. So you need to deal with other people, okay? And sometimes that's difficult, but it is necessary for our lives. So you can also go through life constantly playing the victim because other people are mean to you or they've hurt you, and your life can be summarized like this. Relationships are everything, and communication is everything. You have a good life if you have good relationships, and you have a challenging or a difficult life if you have bad relationships. So relationships are key in this world. And when it comes to criticism, it's important to know that the world will judge you no matter what you do. Okay? So the only way to avoid criticism in this world is to do nothing, to say nothing, and to be nothing. Okay? But that's not who you are. That's not who you want to be. And therefore, you must learn how to deal with difficult people, how to deal with criticism, and how people treat you so that you can stay strong and stay positive and happy. The example I want to give you comes from Don Miguel Ruiz, and it goes like this. Now imagine there is a big movie theater complex, okay? And let's say in this movie theater complex, there are different movie theaters inside. So let's say you have movie theater number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and so forth. Okay, so let's say here's the hallway, and there are all the individual movie theaters, here 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 movies play in this big movie theater complex. And you come in here, you enter the movie theater complex. Now, you go into movie theater 1, and nobody is in the movie theater. It's empty. The only person inside there is you. You're the only person who bought a ticket for that particular film. So now, what are you going to do? You watch the movie. And interestingly, the movie is about you, is about your life. And you see your mother, you see your father, your sister or brother, whoever is interacting in this life, but you have the main role. So you have the main character in that movie. But you're also watching that movie basically as a person just watching a regular movie from the outside. And whatever drama happens inside that movie doesn't really affect you because, it's in that movie. Now, once you realize that you can stay out here, you can stay objective, and you see that each one in this movie has a role to play, you will understand things much better. But now here's the next part. After this movie's over, you decide to go into movie theater number 2. And in this movie theater, you're also the only person, it's empty, but you don't have the main role. It's your mother who has the main role. And your mother sees things a little bit differently. It's the same movie, practically speaking, but it's a little bit different because the movie happens from her point of view. But you're still here watching her, and the way the relationship is between you and her is different in movie number 2 than it is in movie number 1. And once you realize that, you can understand that everybody is just acting from their point of view. Everybody's expressing their opinions from their own point of view, and that doesn't really have anything to do with you. What others say about you has nothing to do with you. It has only to do with them. Because when someone is criticizing you, when someone is giving you a hard time, is that necessarily the truth? If someone is saying, you're a gangster, you're a fraud, whatever you're talking about is wrong, is that the truth? It's probably not the truth. but it's coming from that person. Okay, so whenever someone is saying something bad about you, doesn't mean that it's true. But most of us do what? We take this as criticism. It hurts our feeling, it hurts our hearts. And because something like that happens, we get insulted and our energy level goes down and we feel hurt and emotional and so forth. But once you realize that whatever somebody else says is coming from them and has nothing to do with you or the truth, then you can maintain your composure. But there's something else I want to go into, okay? So let's say you are here and there's another person and that person is giving you a hard time. They're criticizing you and trying to hurt your feelings, okay? So that person here is doing whatever they can to make you feel bad. Now, what do we most of the time do? We say, oh, this person hurt my feelings, and he takes energy away from me, okay? But the truth is that this person cannot take energy from you because we have energy ourselves. We are responsible for our own energy. We get our energy, let's say, from the universe, from above, if you like, so to speak. And what it is we allow that person to let the flow of the energy that we get, let's say, from the universe, to be reduced with our own thoughts, with our own feelings. So it is ourselves who make us less feeling good. It's ourselves who take away the energy from ourselves. And it's never the other person. It's never a circumstance or another person. It's always the thoughts that we have about an event or a person that we allow ourselves to make ourselves feel worse. So once you realize that, then you can protect yourself and you can think, no, I'm not going to let this person or this event make me feel bad because I want to feel strong. I want to feel full of energy and good. I also want to talk again about the victim role. Most of us decide to become the victim. And once you are in that victim role, you're powerless. And that feeling of powerlessness has to do with fear, with feeling of deservingness and things like that, or not deservingness, obviously. So you are your own worst enemy. And once you realize that your thoughts about yourself and fear that you have inside of you are the number one reason why you're not where you're supposed to be or where you want to be, is the only reason, and it's never the other person or it's never a circumstance, it's only your own thoughts about yourself that will hinder you from a life of greatness. After all of this, there's still people who are toxic. There's still people who are not good for you. And sometimes it is better, or your life gets better, if you get rid of those toxic or negative people in your life. And wonders will happen once you don't give them any more attention or recognition. And there's 2 exercises how you can do that. Sometimes it's more difficult because sometimes those people are in your family and they make your life really hard, or you yourself make your life hard. But let me give you a couple exercises to help you to cope with those kind of people. And number 1 is the cord exercise. Okay, so let's say this is you, and then you have people around you, and everybody wants something from you. Okay, so let's say there is a cord to another. Here's a person, here's a person, here's a person, and here is a person, and they all want something from you. And like a cord that draws the energy from you, they suck the life and the energy and the happiness out of you. Okay, now what can you do? And it's like a meditation, or it's like a mental exercise that you can perform. So basically what you can do is you can take a pair of scissors mentally, and you cut the cords between that person and yourself. You cut the cord between that person and yourself, between that person and that person. So you cut the cords mentally so that they no longer are allowed to draw energy from you. That's the first exercise. The second exercise goes like this. Let's say this is you, okay? Now, around you, there are a set of mirrors, okay? So around you, okay, I'm not a very good drawer, but around you there is a set of mirrors, okay? And they are not inward, they're outward. Now, here's a person who projects their negative energy to you, but because it goes to a mirror, the energy or the negative energy gets reflected back to them, okay? So that's another meditation or exercise you can perform in your head if you have a problem with a person, where you can deflect whatever they're sending you. And sometimes they're sending you things from even from the other side of the world, even they're not living with you or with you right there and there, but we still can feel their energy. So sometimes you need to protect yourself by imagining like a mirror all around you, and you send them the negative energy right back. Laugh, and the world will laugh with you. Weep and cry, and you weep alone. That statement is very, very profound. And when you think about that, you will realize that if you complain, if you criticize, if you are constantly feeling bad, the people in your life eventually will get tired of you, even though they love you or they want to be with you initially. But if you're constantly complaining and whining about every single problem, you will move them away from you, okay? So even if you have moments where you don't feel good, never ever complain, okay? That's very, very important. When you don't feel 100% or you're not really happy or whatever, don't communicate it, because that will make it worse, first of all. And second of all, you will move away the people in your life. So when you're happy and when you're positive, you will attract more people, and you will attract more happy and positive people. So you will attract however you are yourself, and that is very important. Now, you are the sum of the 5 closest people in your life. And interestingly, you guys have the same interests, the same economic status, the same friends and hobbies, and similar things in your life. So if you want to move up in the world, basically it means you need better friends. And sometimes that means getting rid of people in your life. Sometimes there's people who are not good for you, who are bad influence on you, whether you see it like that or don't see it like that immediately. But everyone in your life influences you to a certain degree. And you need to surround yourself with better people. Sometimes it means getting rid of some people. And sometimes it's hard to get rid of some people, because some people, they really are constantly on you, on your case, and so forth. And if you have negative or toxic people in your life that you no longer want in your life, sometimes the only way to get rid of them can be, obviously you need to communicate, but sometimes it means you need to change your phone number, change your address, move, change your email, all these kind of things. So sometimes block them from your Facebook or social media accounts or whatever. Sometimes that's just the only way how to do it. But you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your own energy, and you cannot allow negative people to stress you out constantly and to make you feel bad. Well, you make yourself feel bad, as we just learned, but in that case, let me tell you, protect yourself, get rid of them. Okay, there is 6 billion or 7 billion people in this world. Those are not the right people for you, and you're going to feel better and your life is going to improve once you distance yourself from bad or negative people or influences in your life. If you want to start a business or something new, then you need to expect that the world is going to criticize you. You need to expect that no matter what you do, there's always going to be a certain number of people who think whatever you do is crap, okay? Who will say really mean things about you, who will condemn whatever your message is, okay? So when you go into the woods, expect the mosquitoes to bite. But that's a normal part of being in the woods. Normal part. Mosquitoes are just part of the forest, okay? But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be going into the forest. So when you know what you're supposed to do with your life, expect other people to criticize you. And that's just a normal thing. And don't let yourself get discouraged because everyone, and I mean everyone, is being criticized in one way or another. Okay, so I'm doing these videos, for example, okay, and I like to give messages to the world. But there's people out there who will say, "Oh, Norman is bad. He's shit. I don't like his messages," and so forth. And you know what? I don't care, okay, because I do my messages for the people who are open and happy to receive those messages. But let me give you an example. Anthony Robbins. Anthony Robbins is the #1 personal development trainer in this world. And you know what? When you look on the internet, people say he's a fraud, he's a scam, he's an idiot, and so forth. Now, is that true? Of course it's not true. I mean, personally, I love this guy, okay? I think he's a great influence on my life. Now, expect whatever you do that people will criticize you. And sometimes, especially in today's day and age with the internet, a small person, a person with very little character, can hide behind a computer anonymously and can write whatever they want to write about you, okay? But don't let that discourage you, because if you can influence other people in a positive way, you will do good in this world.